Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Janamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanavadi Prasthaya Deshitanam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakurati Namah. In the concluding words to the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, he remembers this meeting with Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in 1922, and he writes about it personally. He's explaining, we have now finished our translation of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in accordance with the authorized order of His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj, my beloved eternal spiritual master, guide and friend. And then Prabhupada writes quite elaborately. I'll just share a couple of things that he says about this meeting. He mentions he wasn't exactly sure of the day. He mentions he was brought here. He mentions, Srila Prabhupada writes, Srila Prabhupada had come to Kolkata from Sridham Mayapur to start the missionary activities of the Gaudiya Math. He was sitting in a house at Ultadanga when, through the inducement of an intimate friend, the late Sriman Narendranath Malik, I had the opportunity to meet His Divine Grace for the first time. Fortunately, even in our first meeting, His Divine Grace advised me to preach the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in English in the Western countries. It is significant that Prabhupada personally reflected on this meeting with Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and the order that he received to preach the Gaudavani in English all over the world. And then Srila Prabhupada goes on to write, in his leisure time, in later life, His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, would simply read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was his favorite book. He used to say there would be a time when foreigners would learn the Bengali language to read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, on this special occasion, I desired to read some verses from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita to fulfill the words of the great Acharya Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I'll read some verses from the final section of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm reading from the Bengali text. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Juta Nityananda, Sri Advaita Acharya, Sri Gauda Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Sarup, Sri Rup, Sri Sanatan, Sri Guru, Sri Raghunath, Sri Jivacharan, Nicha Sharir Dhari, Shabai Charan, Shabai Charan, the dust of the feet of all of these great acharyas. Niche Shire Dhari, I take on my head. Jaha hoite hoy shab banchito puran. By taking the dust of the lotus feet of these great acharyas on one's head, all of one's desires are fulfilled. This, as we've heard, place is the seed of the revolution of the Krishna consciousness movement. This meeting, which happened 100 years ago at this place, had such a dramatic effect on my life, is having such a dramatic effect on the whole world. This is just the beginning. Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. Thank you.